What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it is August 11th. We are about 40 days out from the beginning of deer season, or youth season, here in Iowa, and I am headed down to the farm today to get some green plots put in. So the other day I came down and carved out a green plot into about 4.5 acres of standing beans that we had. The beans are super thick, like super thick, and pretty much to the point where they're at my waist, and I'm 6'6", so they're at my waist, and we need to do something in there. And not only that, but be able to give these deer a green palatable source when these beans start to defoliate. So went in there with the tractor and the mower, and you guys are seeing this right now in the overlay, but went in there with the tractor and the mower, carved out about a 1/4 acre or so teardrop shaped plot, and going to go in there now and get some urea down, or some 4600, and so that way we can feed the radishes and turnips and all that stuff. So this teardrop shape is just going to be radishes, because we're going to take advantage of this during mostly the bow season and the early stages of the season when they're all that green source. So we're going to use this as basically a shot opportunity for us. We carved in some walking trails as well to make it so that the deer, as long as they don't want to fight the beans all the way through, because deer are lazy just like humans are, and if you create them a path where they're able to walk easily, a lot of times they'll take that path. So I've seen this time and time again. This is a trick I learned from Archery, but time and time again that they'll take those paths, they'll walk those paths. You can actually almost funnel them past your blind or wherever you're hunting, or your tree stand, whatever it may be, within a shot opportunity. So like I said, this field is 4.7 acres. At its longest point, it's 240 yards from the blind. So obviously, with me wanting to bring them within bow range, I got to do something. So we carved in the walking trails, carved in this little 1/4 acre food plot. We're gonna go down there today, get it fertilized, get it rolled in, get it planted, and we got rain coming tomorrow. So that's the biggest part about it, is making sure you're doing this in a rain event, or right before a rain event, so that way you can get your greens up and going and get them a good head start. So stay tuned, we'll bring it to you, and we'll kind of explain some stuff, what we're doing along the way. All right, so you guys can see I got it fertilized, got it rolled in, got it cultipacked. Now I'm gonna go ahead and seed it. So what I'm using is daikon radish. And the thing is that I want these deer as close to this blind as possible, so during bow season. So with that being said, I wanna use radishes. They seem to be palatable a little bit earlier. They like the green tops on them. Again, another trick that I learned, kind of learning about food plot architecture and employing those tactics. So this is just a hail and habitat seed. Typically I would go through like one of the co-ops in the area, but this is on Amazon. It wasn't overly expensive. I only needed like 5 pounds of it, or less than 5 pounds of it, because like I said, I'm only doing about a 1/4 acre. So, and the other thing is that it says, you know, like this 5-pound bag will do 1/2 acre is what it says, but I'm not going to seed it that heavy. So I don't want it that heavy. I want it to have the ability to put on, you know, like the tubers, and get them as big as possible without using all of the nitrogen source, and then kind of petering out on us. So I want this field to be tall, lush, green, and palatable for as long as possible while these beans defoliate in here. So we're gonna get after it here, get them seeded in, get it cultipacked again, and then get out of here and hope for some rain. Like I said, 60% chance of rain tomorrow, and like a 60% chance, I think, on, it's Sunday, so Monday 60%, and then I think on Wednesday is another like 55 or 60%. So, and then a couple 40s and 30s from there. So hopefully we get those rains, get this field up and going, get it jump started, and then we get some rains, you know, every week or two, hopefully, to really keep them going. So we'll get these seeds in. Something else you can see is how small these seeds really are. They're not quite as small as turnips, but they are pretty little. So they want that firm soil just like turnips do. And then cultipack them in from there. So just to kind of show you the spread that I want on the seeds, you can see there's one right here. There's one right there. There's one right there. And there's another right there. But that's about what I want out of them. So that way they have room to grow. But we'll get it cultipacked in and get that rain, and then should be a good luscious green field here in just a couple weeks. So just to give you guys a look at what it looks like from inside the redneck, I'm gonna get rid of this tree right here, obviously, but you can see food plot quarter here. It's about 12 yards to there, about 45 yards to there. This whole field here is about 2.5 acres of beans. Walking trail, come up, feed through the radishes, and then when they go to leave, it puts them broadside at about 15 to 18 yards there. And then as they continue quartering away, all the way out to about 35 yards right there. So food plot architecture at its finest. Came down to the farm today to check it out. We got about 1.5 inches of rain here the prior week. And you can see behind me, the green field looks awesome. It sprouted really well. It's got a good jump. Looks like it's got really good fertilizer and stuff on it, which we knew putting it in here, but it's always good to see that your plants aren't stressed, especially when they're young. And you couldn't be happier at this point. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to block this off, try to keep the deer out of it, because it's only about 1/4 of an acre, and I don't want them to absolutely smoke it before season gets here, or before those plants have an opportunity to really get a good jump and put on a lot of green on top. So basically put up a 3D electric fence and protect it, and then come about a week before season, I'll come in here, I'll drop it and let them in here, let them start after it. So couldn't be happier at this point. Hopefully we just keep getting the rain. So let's get to it. All right, so you can see that I got the fence all done. Again, this isn't 3D on the end. I just didn't have enough posts to make it 3D out here on the corners. But again, it's about 30-35 yards from the blind there. And then you got the 1/4 acre up and in here as well. So it's all protected. Hopefully allow the radishes to really get up and going and leave a good green source for that October green period, and then later on in the year as well. So there's a lot of big deer that die over grain to green transfers, and that's exactly what we've got here. So hopefully it brings us a big bucket come this fall. Thanks for watching another adventure with us on 10/7 Outdoors. If you guys would, hit like on that video, subscribe to our channel, it's free, and help support us, and comment below what you thought of the video, what you'd like to see from us in the future.